you think about what is money, right? And it's like money's the root of all evil. It's this modern thing. It's 80s. It's Gordon Gekko. It's this thing that people are always trying. What money actually is, money is your way of storing your labor, of abstracting your labor and your time and your blood, like the time that you would be spending with your family, the time that you do want to spend walking through the woods or whatever it is that you do, playing paintball, your favorite thing in the world, to live in order to have a roof over your head and food. You have to do stuff that you hate doing, usually, if you're a normal person, okay? And the way of getting from point A to point B is by taking your time and your labor and your blood, abstracting it into this form that other people want, that your landlord wants, that the grocery store wants. Money predates writing. Did you know that?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
The first writings, I think, are like grain ledgers. Like it's the first writing that's known, like from Mesopotamia or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's a ledger of like grain and barley that they used to pay the workers in. Like that's how old money is. It's not this like modern thing. It's not this thing we can escape. It's something that's as central to humanity as writing. It's at the very base layer of civilization. It's deep. It's deep to who we are. And when you start to mess with something that is foundational, Steve Jobs has this, when they asked Steve Jobs why it was so important to him to have good typography on Mac computers, because there was limited memory back then. Why are you taking up limited memory with these fonts? He said that something like the vector, the arrow that humanity takes, like the trajectory of the technology at the base of that arrow, it's so important to steer it towards beauty, towards goodness, towards intelligence, so that, because when you alter the base, it has outsized returns at the later levels. Similarly, if you fuck with something that's core to civilization, like writing, like fire, like money, like gravity, if you fuck with the coefficient of gravity, everything's off, right? If you tamper with the money, which is what they do, we're being ground to pieces between the twin grist mills of inflation and taxation. Taxation's one thing. Taxation, you can kind of see it, your paycheck vaporizing. You can kind of see 40-50% of your paycheck vaporizing with taxation. Sure. You don't see what inflation is doing, what the currency debasement is doing. If you had $100, if you were holding $100 US in 1900, it's like the buying power of money, it goes down 99%. Like it's the worst thing to hold on to. The US dollar, aside from other countries' currencies, is the worst thing you could possibly hold on to. And it's not just like a nerdy libertarian rich guy online guy thing to focus on or think about. It's something that's ruining everybody's lives right now. What the banks and sorry, Woody, what they're doing I know you're one of the good ones. What they're doing to the coefficient of what they're doing. Okay. What they're doing to gravity is ruining everybody's fucking life right now. And it's why there's gambling ads on TV. It's why you can't open your phone without seeing some gambling shit. It's not that we're all bad people and we're all gamblers. It's because we're going broke. The only way to win is to fucking gamble. The only way that I can think of that I could ever afford a house is if I start sports betting. That is sick. That's fucking sick, dude. Okay,
dude. But bro, the Ravens this week.
It's pretty good. That's sort of gay shit. Parlay stacked. It was going good. But this is what tampering with the money does. It makes everybody schizophrenic. It makes it so that nobody can focus on 10 years in the future. Nobody can build anything that takes 10 years to make. It's like the time scale and the ambition and the goodness of what everybody's doing is lowered down, because we're scrambling for these crumbs and these scraps, because it's like you have to get it, you have to get rich tomorrow. In Weimar, Germany, the wives of the workers would wait outside the factories to grab the paychecks from the men to go spend them that day, because they'd be worth less tomorrow. In Weimar, Germany, they were famous for, in addition to the weird sex clubs and stuff, they had these like theater shows. The type of entertainment they did, it was entertainment based on what was the cheapest possible thing to make. They would rent a room, they would paint over some cardboard and set up these sets. It's all based on the point is, it's the money like lowers the quality of life and lowers the ambition and the vision of everybody, even and that includes poor people. Like it fucks with poor people too. So money is this thing that is like, there's all this emotion and pathology and negativity wrapped up in it. And Bitcoin, the reason why people get psychotic about it and annoying about it is because it's like the light at the end of the tunnel almost, for some of these people. So they get very almost religious about it. Yeah. But Kyle, what Bitcoin actually is, it is scary. Here, Kyle, you're familiar with computers. You can copy a computer file, right?
Sure.
Even if it's password protected, you can always copy a computer file. There's no such thing as something that's digital that has the physical property of scarcity to it. There's no such thing as in cyberspace something hard. It's all liquid. You can copy it, you can move it, you can do whatever with it. So Bitcoin is the invention of digital scarcity. It is the first, and I would argue the only thing that can have the property of physical realness in cyberspace.
Can't be duplicated for free. There's no alchemy.
It is, and the reason why, first of all, the first reason why is that it is the reason why it has this physical property is because it is tied to hundreds of thousands of tons of physical computing equipment, the ASIC miners, that are only used for Bitcoin mining and would be useless if they weren't used for Bitcoin mining. That's the tie to the real physical world. And the reason why it's the only one is because of this idea of, pardon me for a second, a Schelling point. What a Schelling point is, it's a game theoretic focal point. And here's the fastest way to understand it. If we're playing a game and the game is called Pick a Square, and I show you 3 blue squares and 1 red square, which one do you pick?
The red square.
The red square. Everybody picks the red square. Nobody told you to pick the red square. The red square is the obvious focal point that people agree upon without any rules, any language, anything being explained to them. Another example, if you and I get separated and we have to meet up in New York City, what do? We meet at the information kiosk at Grand Central Station at noon on a Saturday. And the other option is Times Square, but nobody's meeting at a nail salon in Queens. That's what a focal point, a game theoretic focal point is. Money has a game theoretic focal point for however many thousands of years, 10,000 years or whatever. It was gold. And I like to imagine a sweaty, shit-stained, ugly Arab carpet trader in Medina. And I like to imagine going up to him and saying, what do I need to get these camels from you? I don't have any gold. I got something even better. I got platinum. And he would go, no, I don't like platinum. I only take gold. And then I'd say, no, there's something even better than platinum. It's iridium. Iridium's even better than platinum. It's the sequel. And then he'd say, no, I only take, this is why there's no Bitcoin 2. There's no sequel coming. Once there's an entrenched focal point, there is not another entrenched focal point that comes along. If there were, it would negate the entire idea of there being a digital store of value. The whole thing would come crashing down if there were a Bitcoin too. So
Do you want there to be some regulation though? Because I feel like the shit coins give Bitcoin a bad name.
I don't know. That's like short-term stuff, what the name is, if the name feels. What I'm thinking about is generationally the mimetic idea of digital gold. If I go down to the 7-Eleven at the end of Olneyville and I ask some fucking black ass bum what digital gold is, he might say Bitcoin. There's a chance he knows what that is.
Yeah.
That's the mimetic idea of digital gold. In 20 years, it's going to be Bitcoin. In the meantime, I don't care about regulation. I don't care. It's like pea brain shit. The regulations and whatnot. Who gives a shit?
So is Bitcoin the only one with a locked-in scarcity, or do Ethereum and the other ones have that too, or they're just infinite?
No, there's like thousands upon thousands upon thousands that have the locked-in scarcity that are a clone of Bitcoin or a clone of Ethereum with different rules. Yeah, there's a lot that have locked-in scarcity, but that doesn't. There's my dick is scarce. What's my dick worth to you?
Not much.
So much.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Well, hey, Woody, come on. Hey, come on, Woody. Hey, come on, Woody. Come on, Woody. Hey, come on, Woody. Hey, come on, Woody.
I don't understand.
No, but there's just because something is scarce doesn't mean it has value. Scarcity is just part of the Bitcoin's like monetary model, but what gives it value is that it is digital gold.
Do you hedge at all with like traditional like S&P stuff, or you're all in?
No, only by accident. Only with like the real estate we've bought with Fish Tank and other stuff I've had to buy for production that ended up having value. All my fun money is in Bitcoin though.